Are you cool back there? All right. Welcome to the first podcast of, what do you want to call this, Cody?
No,
Fuck it.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
Let's get through the episode.
Right.
We can go back and do that.
Facts.
Man, yeah. What's up?
Yeah, man. So if you're listening, I do appreciate it. And this is going to be a podcast where we can talk unfiltered about whatever the fuck we want to.
Absolutely, man. A safe space, whatever you want to call it. I hate that term, but about whatever we want to. We talk about Caleb Williams crying to his mama. Whatever.
A lot of people give Caleb Williams flack, and I don't know if you heard in the NFL OTAs, they're saying Caleb Williams is having a pretty rough time because he didn't take a lot of snaps under center with Lincoln Riley. Yeah. So just a lot of, and to be honest with you, everything they're saying about Caleb is the same thing they said about Baker or Kyler. You know, that they're system quarterbacks.
Yeah. I think worst case he is Kyler Murray. You know, best case he's Patrick Mahomes. So you had to risk the draft pick. You feel me?
Does Kyler Murray have any accolades, like Rookie of the Year, or anything like that?
Didn't he win?
I don't know. I wouldn't say Kyler Murray worst case.
Yeah, okay. I that's dogging Kyler a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't do that. But well, maybe that's just how high, like how much talent.
Right.
Caleb Williams has.
Facts. I mean, facts. I feel like the floor is going to be the season that they had with Justin Fields, and I feel like the ceiling is plus 2 or 3 games. I feel like the defense was going to be a lot better. They put a lot of stuff on offense for him. So I feel like out of all the number one, because here's the deal, like being the number one quarterback is like being put in the middle of the maze, like with no way out, because you're not getting no help. Bryce Young is a fucking amazing talent.
Yeah.
But he's left out to die in North Carolina. And I feel like Caleb Williams is really lucky to come into the team that he has. So I do feel like that he'll come out on the plus 3 side. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be good. I never played football. I hooped. I played basketball in high school.
Right.
That's the highest level I went to.
Hooper.
I know you played a little bit of college football and stuff, so you got some experience there. But just as a competitor, kind of the way he carries himself is the only concern I really have about him. Like, he's really seems to be an arrogant person. Is that, you know what I mean? But you know what happens in 16 days, 2 weeks?
Preseason games?
No, your boy's music finally comes out. The new songs.
Yeah. Sorry, I was stuck on the.
No, it's okay. I didn't mean to shift gears on you, bro, but I'm so excited about it. You know how it is.
Yeah, no, facts.
I've heard the songs thousands of times, but preseason's still like what?
No, wait. It's ready for pre-order, right? I saw that.
Yeah, it's up for pre-order.
Yeah, say that shit, bro. Talk that shit.
There's pre-order on iTunes and Amazon right now. You can go pre-order Oklahoma Outlaw Music Volume 2. If you would pre-save it on Spotify, that'd be really dope too. That helps me a lot. So it's coming soon. I hope y'all will like it. I can't wait, man. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I'm proud of it because I see the growth that you are in the artist when you first came over. And I will say this, like, you reached out to me, and definitely not one of the artists that I thought that I would have worked with. Not saying that I had a preconceived notion of who I would, but I mean, I just didn't expect Cody Lane to come out the blender. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think anybody did.
And like, it just happened, and it's crazy to believe that was 2 years ago because you brought that up, and I'm like, man, I was fuck, dude. But I mean, yeah, man, like, we had a fucking crazy run that year.
Yeah.
As far as stirring up shit in the small town that we're in.
Yeah,
so,
man. What do you got coming? You got, what's the name of the new joint that just dropped?
It's Giving, and it's a summer joint.
It's Giving. Okay.
Shout out to 105.3. They're always showing me love. But, yeah, man, I just kind of wanted to... Hold up. Wait. I don't want to switch topics yet because I do want to say I'm proud of the joint that you have coming out. And just like you put a lot of work into it, I put a lot of work into the mixing. So I'm excited, and I'm excited for people to hear it. It's a range of emotions. It's going to be dope. But yeah, the It's Giving deal, you know, like I just like to don't like to be serious all the time in my music.
Thanks.
You know, so I just like to make something fun, and I feel like that's what that was. And shout out to Netta, because the whole time I was making that, I was like, man, I just felt like it was kind of a woman empowerment song, and it needed a woman's presence. And I couldn't think of anybody besides Netta. I mean, she's on an incredible run. Did you hear that she's going to be in that new movie Twisters that's coming out?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Too.
That's a good song. You know, that shows your versatility so much, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's one thing I've always admired about you is you can go from one end of the spectrum almost to the other on the musical scale. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do a lot of different things. So,
man, I do pride myself on that, because I've never wanted to pigeonhole myself into like one thing, and I do find out, or I have found out in my times of like I guess studying music or just listening to music, you know, like the stuff that people rock to, that's the stuff that stays around forever. You know, just kind of reading the times. But I'm really appreciative because I don't know, man. I'm opposite from you in the sense that, you know, like I just feel a lot, you know, like I have a lot of emotions and I put them out there, and I'm just I'm thankful that it's reciprocated and that, you know, people like it, man, because that's how I express myself ultimately.
Yeah, that's cool. What you just said is how opposite we are. We are two totally different artists, and that's crazy.
Cody will kick your door in.
Yeah, I almost can't rap about lighthearted shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why. It's just I haven't really yet. Besides, I'm Muskogee County's finest, and but you can. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of that's in your bag. So we'll keep going. But iron sharpens iron. I've always appreciated that about the dynamic.
Man, yeah, facts. Because at this point in my life, I just want to be surrounded by people who's better than me. You know, like I'm tired of. I've done enough of being around people that kind of look up to me. Like I'm trying to push myself to be better.
Facts.
And I feel like doing music with you is definitely pushed me to be better. So if I can't get better around you, then we're just wasting each other's time.
Absolutely, bro.
At this point, so
absolutely, bro. You know, maybe the coolest thing. This is still on the music vibe. Is seeing like young kids and they're like inspired to do things by like what you and I have done in this town. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not so much the music itself, but just the action has inspired them. You know what I'm saying? The motion of us doing it. And so that's one of the coolest things I've noticed. Like there's the young Harville kid, and then there's some other there's like a country band starting up of 15-year-old kids that grew up down the road from me. And I'm like, well, I mean, that's all this song, you know what I'm saying? But that's awesome. Do your thing. So that's one of the cooler things I've noticed lately.
I always wanted to leave my mark. I didn't know how I would have done it, but you know, if this is how it is, then completely cool, bro. You know, that we can inspire somebody, because I was scared to do it, you know, and like, and if I can just help one kid, you know, like we can literally inspire the next person to come from here that actually, you know, goes mainstream or like do something, you know, and if that person can look back and be like, man, he was he influenced? And
that's the one thing. Another thing I think, and I don't mean, guys, this won't be like this every time. I don't mean to just sit around and pat my back and pat Manny's back, you know what I'm saying, and toot our own horn. But this is more the responsibility that we have as artists is something I think a lot of people don't understand and sleep on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that every way, like, you know, I've said some wild ass shit.
Yeah, because you go from whenever you start doing this and you're putting out music, well, maybe not for you, but like whenever you're first putting out music, like nobody's really listening. And then you go to the position we're in. Every song we put out, every word we say, whether it's good or it's bad, you know, like somebody's going to hear it, you know, and like they're going to have their own deal. And for me, I notice it, but I try not to let it be a deal, because music for me is a self-expression. And if I start expressing myself how I feel like it'll be better perceived for somebody out there, then, I mean,
facts.
You know, so like I just try not to.
I struggle with it. I'll write songs with that mindset, you know what I'm saying, and then throw them away. You've seen me come in here and record songs before.
But that goes back to what we're saying, like how we're different, because I can switch up vibes and just, you know, talk about having fun. Like with you, it's always real shit, and you're in this lane, you know, to where like not saying like you have to keep it real, but you are going to keep it real, but at the same time be creative and come with new, fresh stuff.
Yeah, that's one thing I have been able to do is I heard Bailey say it on one of y'all's podcasts. Stay catchy.
Yeah,
and I thought that's decent.
Thank you for listening to that podcast.
I listen to y'all. Thank you. Y'all check out the podcast about nothing.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that I have been able to do, and I don't know. For me, it was more than just I want to make music. For me, it was I gotta get better audio. For me, it was more than just I want to make music. It was this is my ministry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't mean to take that turn, but for what it is, because I'm the world's worst sinner. If I walked into a church house, boy, I would get like probably struck.
Nobody's perfect. I mean, God used the most imperfect people in the Bible for his stories.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like you're the perfect carrier for that message.
Yeah, thank you for that, man. I feel like that's definitely why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so with that being said, I'm looking to find other ways to operate in that in quote unquote ministry.
Yeah.
And so sitting talking like this is you know dancing something that different ways, just not for people to hear me, but for people to hear, you know what I mean, him through me.
Yeah, man. I mean, and people are always curious, you know, for what you have to say or what you have going on next. And, you know, we've talked about this for weeks, but didn't get the opportunity to knock it out. So first of all, you know, I'm glad that we're here and we're actually doing this.
For sure.
So as far as music, right?
Yes, sir.
You have some visuals coming up, right?
Yeah. It'll be probably closer to about a month from now.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to get it done as quick as I can, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
yeah, I was actually gonna. I got the TikTok live stream on right now, which y'all should check out. I was actually gonna do this thing on there where I let them, because I can't decide which video to shoot first, honestly.
Yeah.
And so
that would be a cool thing, you know, like an interaction with your fans.
Yeah.
And you know, like sorry, I thought you're passing, but like you know, like the people that you know vote mean a lot to you. You know, so like, you know, just let them vote and get the song that they want, you know, like that's dope.
And if y'all go subscribe on there on the 15th, we're going to do an early listen through of Oklahoma Outlaw Music Volume 2.
Yeah, bro. I suck at TikTok, bro. I need to get better at TikTok because I feel like you're feeding the world and I'm feeding Muskogee.
No, I'm not feeding. I got, you know, the reason I got the TikTok, have I told you? Yeah.
Yeah. No, wait, no. But say it for the podcast though.
Okay. Me and Manny were selling, the first show in September 2022 in Muskogee at Green Street, we were selling ad spots for it. And I went to Nissan of Muskogee, and shout out Nissan of Muskogee. That's the only time I'll ever plug anybody for free in this bitch. So I went in there and I was selling the ad spot, and the guy agreed to buy like a silver. I had it broken into like bronze, silver, and gold. And he agreed to buy the silver package. And then he asked if I was on TikTok, because I used to work there. And so he wanted to listen to a couple songs before he agreed to buy. So we played a couple of my videos for him. He said, I'll buy the silver, but I'll buy the gold if you'll get on TikTok. And I was like, man, I've tried TikTok. It don't work for me. I can't get into the gimmick. I ain't doing no lip sync videos or no dances. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, just cut your videos and put them on there. And I did that. And 2 weeks later, like when I left the store, I agreed to do it. So I did it, set it up. 2 weeks later, one hit for like 600,000.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Crazy, man. Crazy. All right. So like, what? Because everybody wants that feeling. What's that feeling of posting your music and just seeing the numbers go crazy? I mean, it has to be a high just sitting there and just watching it go crazy.
Yeah, because you're like, how high is it going to go?
Yeah.
When's it going to? Because when it takes the first time that I had that feeling was when No Secrets went to 26,000 views on the YouTube video.
Yeah.
And so I had it then. And I thought, because when it goes up in the algorithm, you know, you're back in your analytics will show it, and it's just, you know, just shoots up.
Yeah.
And so you don't know when it's going to stop. It's really exciting. It's really exciting.
That's dope.
Yeah. I can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, right.
Let's go. But yeah, it's a really cool feeling. It's a really cool feeling. But then I think you have to deal with TikTok was the first time I had to deal with any negative feedback, seemingly at all. Like
you had negative. Talk about that.
Just because of the lyrics, they just were like, he's a crackhead. They would say some shit like that. But that was really it. Other than that, it stayed generally positive.
I would say that's the number one thing. I've never been, when you're in the spotlight, like you're held out and you're prodded, and I've never been like splayed out like that. I'm popular enough to where everybody in the town thinks I'm cool, but I've never been so big to where like just people you don't even know, just have preconceived notions. And I wouldn't, like that's just the internet, but
yeah, it's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
It really is. And the more eyes that are on you, the more, and what I think I learned on a personal level with people that's going to help, has helped and will help me if it continues, is hate is usually them projecting their own. I've learned grace to understand that that's their own issues, that's their own insecurities, that's how they feel about themselves. And I've become secure in who I am, so you can call me whatever, I know what I am. So
trolls are internet trolls. Those same people would probably ask you for an autograph in person,
and they damn sure wouldn't say what they're saying. You know what I mean?
So like, people feel empowered behind that. But yeah, man, I just kind of want you to touch on that because people like just see the good side. Like they don't see like the negativity that comes with it,
Yeah, and which thank the good Lord above. So far, there hasn't been a whole lot of it. I'll tell you, the biggest side, the most negative aspect I've had to deal with is other people in the business side of things, like
the business side.
Like, I was fortunate enough to sit in a room with some of the people, the top artists in my lane when I went to Chicago. Remember?
Yeah.
And I've just seen. Like charging artists $2,500 for a 15-minute set at some show that really, they just, and then being exploiting people.
Yeah.
Is something I haven't allowed anybody to do to me, and I won't.
Right.
But it's just
you hear that a lot in the music industry,
man. And I've only got my foot in the water. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there's definitely some snakes in that bitch.
Yeah, that's definitely why you need a team, and I feel like you got that with Ruby, and just somebody that has your back, that gives a second perspective on shit.
Yeah, because she called that from the trip up there. She was like, "Look this ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
this ain't you just wouldn't." And I just out of hopes that which it did there for a minute. He funded the I-40 East EP.
Right.
All that. But she go everywhere I've went on any kind of business, like when I've taken a couple trips, Chicago and Nashville, she's with me because man, I seen the UFC fighter. I'm getting somewhere with this. I'm trying to remember his name. He's one of the dudes from Dagestan.
Okay.
Talk about how he was asked, if you were on an island and it was you and your friend, one of your best friends, what kind of items would you keep? And his response was, why would I want my friend with me on an island? I want my woman with me.
Right. Facts.
She's was created to be the other half of me, complete me.
Yeah.
And so it allows me to function, not just sexually, but everything about my life's going to be better if I've got somebody,
That's big facts, bro.
Facts. And so, that's why she's the real OG. Shout out Ruby.
I felt that in my spirit. You always need somebody in the background. I've had my days, but I feel really blessed to be in the position that I am now. And I feel like a lot of the good things that I'm enjoying in life now is because of the relationship that I'm in. So,
shout out wives. Shout out wives,
man. Yeah. So, anything with all the music or with all the things that you've done, how do you feel like you could capitalize on it, or the next big step for you?
Keep working. Keep working. I mean, that's all. Just like anything.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, just keep working. And if I keep working and keep doing what I'm doing, I feel like I have quality product. You know what I'm saying? My catalog from top to bottom is at least a B. You know, it's above average. I'm not going to grade itself an A, you know.
Yeah.
And so I got some good songs. I started, like I said, I started doing this more for like my ministry than it was to really. Don't get me wrong. I thought I could probably make a little bit of money. I've seen these other guys getting the attention.
For sure, you're a man with a family. Of course, you're going to capitalize, bro.
But man, shows. But I don't know merch. I got to get the merch line up. Just to be honest, Ruby's been on my ass about merch, and I'm lazy and terrible about it. But merch will be a real big step. I need. This is gonna sound crazy, and it's gonna make me sound lazy. I almost don't want to say it.
What?
If I had a manager, I'd be so much further ahead than I am because I just am not disciplined enough to take care of all the things I need to take care of. Because I don't know, honestly, really what all I need to be taking care of to capitalize on what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, well, that goes back to needing a team, you know, because I feel like we would all be further along if we were organized a little bit better.
Facts.
You know, because I feel like all of us have the quality that. I will say this, man. I've traveled quite a bit, and I'm not saying like we're the best, but I can tell you, out of all the cities I've traveled and checked out all the local artists, nobody's putting out quality content like we are. And like I bet my left and my right leg on that, bro. So like
that's facts, bro. I'm glad you said that. I want to expound on that for just a second. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, bro. Like it's so fucking true. Like I've been to Washington, and I swear to fucking God, Cody, this is a true story. Oh, my mother, man. Me and my wife were walking on a pier in Seattle, and there was this group of guys, man, and they were selling CDs, which is kind of crazy because in 2024, who still sells CDs, right? But, you know, I stopped and you know, like I just wanted to support. And the guy was like, yo, can you buy 3 of our CDs for $30? And, you know, I ain't trying to spend $30 on some bullshit on vacation, but I was like, look, man, I'll tell you this. If you follow me on social media, like, I'll buy your CDs, right? So guy was like, all right, you know, fair enough. And I gave him my YouTube, and, like, he pulled it up and was like, oh, my God, bro. He's like, where are you from? I was like, I'm from Oklahoma. He was like, they do shit like this out in Oklahoma? And it was at that moment, Cody, I thought to myself, like, we were walking away, and I told Bailey, I was like, if I was out here, I would be so fucking rich right now. I don't know what it is, Cody, but I feel like the quality that we put out is so much better than everybody else, whether it's, I mean, from top to bottom.
I don't mean to interrupt, bro, but it's the truth. Here's what it is. Not that what you're saying is true, but what it is that separates, I think, mine and yours content specifically.
Yeah.
From a lot of people is we have truth in our music, man.
Oh yeah, facts.
We have truth, and the world is starving for that. From anywhere, any source they can get it from, the world is starving for truth. So, and that's something that both you and I have in our music, and nobody else really does. And it's
nah, man. There's been an influx of fake music. I mean, I could definitely speak for hip hop. You know, I feel like, you know, like everybody was on drill music, and you know, like. It just got away from like just how hip hop originally was, and I feel like we bring a lot of that back. And I'm not talking about cadences or the type of songs. I think it's the realness inside of the music.
Yeah, the heart.
There wasn't really a lot of heart music. It's just been like killing and bitches putting pussy in the air.
Yeah, that's. And really, aside from the killing, country music's the same thing. Get fucked up.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
So yeah, just bringing something different, and I think that's why, you know, like whenever we do put out music, it kind of hits different, you know, than the average artist.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you know, hitting different than the average artist. Have you ever dealt with any like jealousy or anything like that from any other artists?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Pass. Next question.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth my time. So
all right. So the It's Given video, I'm going to be shooting that on the 29th. And, the way that we do videos isn't just like the normal shit. Like we like to kind of have it thought out, right?
You're right.
And I'm thinking of a couple ideas, and I haven't nailed anything down, so I feel comfortable with these, like bouncing them off of you. But thinking about renting an ice cream truck.
I like it.
And you can just think of all the shit you can do off of that, insert skit, and another one is...
That's a good idea.
I know, yeah. A house party. Yeah.
The ice cream truck.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it. I don't even... You don't have to tell me any more about the idea than that. And that's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I definitely want to do it. And then... There is one element that I want to add to this. I want to add, since this is more of like an upbeat, summer song, I want to see if I can't find like a group of dancers to like do a number for like B-roll and stuff like that.
Yeah, dude, you could have them with ice cream. They could have
yeah, bro. I'm telling you, man. Like I'm going to make this as summer vibes as I can. And
yeah, that's. I think as far as like our next step, is getting a video that hits.
Yeah,
getting a video that hits.
Yeah, facts, man. Bro, you're so right. And then marketing that video properly.
Yeah.
I would say the number one mistake I've made in my run of music is I just threw too much money at Austin, bro. I feel like I should have done half of the videos and I should have marketed, like the good ones, and not...
I'm gonna talk to you about a deal afterward. Hey.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But like, I just think at that point in my life, I was just being funded. And it doesn't matter if it was a good song or a bad song. I was doing a video to that bitch.
I'll go ahead and say this out loud. I heard that there are other videographers that now for the same or better will not only do the video, but cut it all for your promo. Cut it into shorts and clips and reels for you.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. That's the new deal. That's the new wave that not just one, but that several videographers are on. Man. And so that's going to really help with that. Just heads up.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, marketing is fucking everything, bro. Yeah. And that type of content helps, especially if we don't have to do it, because just like you said, man, like, you as an artist, you don't want to have to worry about that. You just want to make fucking good music.
Yep.
And like me, I already have enough shit on my plate, man. I ain't trying to like cut up videos and make sure it's like that. So all that shit matters.
That's the new wave, though.
All that shit matters. So yeah, man, it's definitely something worth looking into. But
which I ain't hating on Austin Wallace. Austin, for what money we have given him, has produced good videos. What I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's just business is business.
Yeah, I feel like Austin is. I've been working with Austin for I don't even know how many years. And I just appreciate, like what he has done for me.
He does a great job.
So
he does a great job.
But, with that being said,
the hardest part is not being able to cut it into promos and reels, like you're saying. Yeah. And so I'd agree with you on that, bro.
Yeah, facts. Anything extra helps.
Yeah. Facts.
And just like, us as consumers, like if Kmart got the good deal, shit, we hopping over from Walmart to
putting
Kmart.
It on layaway, baby.
Nah, man, but no, I really look forward to doing that video, and I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun. And I just think for me, I just want to be more intentional with the videos that I do and the visuals.
Yeah.
And just make that one matter instead of just putting out 5 or 6 just to like shit in.
Yeah. I like the idea that I had. Remember the last time I was in here, I told you about me telling the story to the kids on Pod 7.
Yeah.
And then like just sitting like it'd either being like a show and tell in a classroom or just like even like a Sunday school setting.
Yeah.
And then have I'm working on some sort of animation at the beginning.
Oh, that's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like I've expounded on it now. I'd like for the animation to be on the book that I'm reading to the kids.
Oh.
And it's telling the story. And so I'm like, and I'm smiling like Mr. Rogers almost, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I would love that.
That's the best. I feel like I might, because your videos have been better than mine. You put more thought into them than I have. I've always said that. I just have kind of been like rushed and just, I'm putting faith in God. Here we go.
Right. Jumping in there.
Yeah.
You know what? I tell you, like the biggest, I wouldn't say miss, because this video did its fucking purpose and did its purpose fucking well. But I wanted to do the "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" on Muskogee County's Finest so bad, bro.
You were right. If I hadn't rushed when you said that, in hindsight, you were exactly right. In hindsight, had I taken this approach to all the videos where it's like, all right, let's give it some thought, not rush. You know what I'm saying?
Cook, man, just like cook it up, bro. Because I mean, I see it in my head. You know, like our heads like peeking up. You know, like
dude, it would have been
chef's kiss, bro. But you know.
Manny called me whenever before we recorded Muskogee County's Finest, like one of my first 2 sessions. Manny was like, "You have got to do an 'Oh Brother, Where Art Thou' themed video for this song," and we should have.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Not just you, bro. I did a lot of fucking videos where I was like, I just threw money and then stood in the street and rapped. You know, like
yeah, I stood in the woods and rapped on a couple of them.
But you got your point across on that bitch, man. I mean, all in all, though, I'm grateful for the experience, man. Yeah. I will say this. I remember shooting that video, your first one. I believe in, I believe your brother was there, and then Travis was there.
Travis Mitchell, that's a real one.
Yeah, it's the first time I met Travis, and I just remember standing back, and I was smiling the whole time. And the guy was like, "Do you think this will actually work?" And I was like, "Yeah, bro." Like, nobody else saw it, but whenever you came by the studio and you made these songs, I was like, I mean, if we get this guy a visual, like, there's no way, like, it's not going to work.
You have to understand the courage I had to have to, man, you know what I mean? I had to, when I wrote those first 2 that I came, Pay You Back, I wrote those in the same night within 45 minutes of each other after years.
That's fucking crazy. I never knew that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think it was Pay You Back that I wrote first, and I was like, oh, I'm on a roll. And so I just went and wrote Muskogee County's Finest right after it. And I was like, I got to record these. These I have been trying to write a song for however long now, a decade or more, and writing my whole life. These just Pay You Back's for sure worth recording. Muskogee County's Finest I had to rework a little bit. Yeah, but
I remember you came back. Okay, so I have all the sessions, and I remember in Muskogee County Finest you had the second verse was one way.
Yeah,
and I fell in love with it. And then you came back and you re-recorded the second verse, and I was like, I don't know if I liked it as much as the first one, but it definitely grew on.
I hated that first verse. I fucking hated it, dude. It was trash. I was like, the only thing that's not right is this entire 12 bars.
The way that song ended up was, I mean, perfect.
I think that if I didn't ever make another song, the cool thing that I can say and stand on is in 20 years, these kids that are listening to Muskogee County's Finest with their parent right now are still going to be playing that fucking song somewhere.
Oh, yeah, facts.
Somewhere here, and you know what I'm saying? At least that one. And I've always loved music that's timeless, you know what I'm saying? Man. So at least here in our little, you know what I'm saying, neck of the woods, I've been able to accomplish that, and that's a really cool thing, I think.
That's amazing. I think that's what every artist, when they set out to do music, that's what they want to do. Is just create something lasting.
Right.
Like something that when we're gone, our sons would be proud of. Like, hey, yo, like my dad did this. And I try to make timeless music almost to the point to where like I'm cautious about the things that I say in my music that are relevant to what's going on at the time. Yeah. I just try to keep it strictly to me. Like, but yeah, man, I feel like you definitely nailed it with that one, bro. I mean, fun times, bro.
Yeah, that was, man, 20, and I got some joints coming that I think could kind of not gonna be Muskogee County's Finest, but are like grimy or like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That with the good.
Not to cut you off, but believe it or not, bro, like the time that you saw the rise out of the music, like going up, I did too, bro, because it was the first time in my life to where, how do I put this? All right, you had came over here and then you had got blown up, and that opened up the door for me to work with so many more different genres, because after that happened to you on my side, people like you started reaching out to me,
Right.
you know, or people that didn't do rap or didn't do that, you know, like, or, you know,
I know that because I've sent you. So, I mean, I've had people reach out to me about how to get a hold of Manny and plug them in.
Yeah, bro. So just like working with you, like, believe it or not, has been, you know, like really, really great for me. So, and in turn, you know, like help my family out. So, yeah, man, I'm definitely glad that it's happened.
It's all he. I'm gonna say it's all he. Thank you, not me. And that's and it's just so.
No, but I can't explain to you how crucial that was because it was at that moment, y'all. I was putting my wife through college, so, and I was working 2 jobs. You know, like I had the studio and I had my job, and it was, you know, boss to the wall. So, I mean, just me and you was a blessing in my life, you know, to help put my wife through school. And I don't think I ever told you that, but yeah, man, you know, like it helped. It helped, bro. For real.
Man, that's cool. I'm glad. And imagine the first time I messaged you, you didn't write me back, man. I had to comment. The way I got it, you posted like, I'm gonna give 2 free hours or something to somebody.
Shit, yeah, I remember that.
I commented, why not me? I was gonna say you're racist if you if you didn't let me come.
Well, believe it or not, it was you. And speaking of racism, believe it or not, it was you and the Mexican guy that I had worked with after that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. And it led to a lot of opportunities, and I'm grateful. But all right, man, that's it. I appreciate you guys checking this out. I can't wait to do more with you, Cody. This was awesome. And yeah, peace.